Hey there, my name is Sarah. I am a reader, of course, obviously. This is a collective message. So I do have an Etsy, just to throw that out there. It's Witchy Wears 1111. I have over 4,000 sales, almost 4,000 sales, sorry, and over 1,000 5-star reviews if you want to check it out. But that is not why I am here. There is a lot of strong energy in the collective, in the world right now. Okay, so to a point where a lot of people would say, and I would say, we're in end times. Okay, and this is coming from someone who was raised very Catholic, turned atheist, turned Buddhist, turned Wiccan. The things that are happening are very biblical. Okay, whether you want to believe that or not. And the energy is increasing in intensity. Things are increasing in intensity. And I channeled this deck about a month ago when I was going through a really big spiritual ascension. A lot of things were falling apart. And I was being shown a lot of different things. I have not really used this deck too much. It's pretty big. A lot of just random messages that I felt needed to go into this. And I do want to start by saying, any negative energy sent to me, myself, my channel, to this video, anything sent evil, dark, occult, in a black magic sense, okay, is being sent back. So just know that this is a space of divine energy, of love, high vibration, okay? No low vibrational entities shall penetrate this space. So want to start by saying that because I work on light, whether, you do or not, that's up to you, of course. We're all on our own journey. But just know that any negative energy sent will be sent back. So, collective message. If you're seeing this, perhaps there's a message for you here. Just remember that only take what resonates. This is a collective message, so not everything is going to resonate. Take what works and leave the rest. I do not substitute any mental health, any medical advice, any law advice. If you have any advice that needs professional assistance, this is for entertainment purposes only, which I must state. And everything is being done, like I said, on a vibration of light and love. And we have to remember, right? So end times, we like to steer away from that because a lot of people get turned off by the whole religious, biblical, Jesus. But that's just it. It's an energy force, okay? And if you don't believe in this, that's fine. We're all on our own divine path. It's not to say that every energy is not important. It's like a collection of energies, and Jesus is absolutely a forerunner and a forefront in that, and a very important archetype that I feel has been kept away from, like card reading or spiritual practices that look to be occult, because there is power in that, okay? And using those two together, there's power in that. So the church has told us, that's evil, the devil, okay? But what are you using it for? Because it's not what you're doing, it's your intentions. So if you're doing anything out of dark, bad intentions, that's that, and that's how it works. But if we do things off a vibration of love, for the good of others, it's really meant to sway your perception and to keep you from tapping into these certain things that are meant for us to use, okay? And every energetic force is important. All of the gods and goddesses, and it's all a culmination, it's all a leading. That there's perhaps different gods in different religions with a similar, the same vibration, but a different name to reach that specific culture, okay? God moves through everything, okay? Whatever you want to call that God, whatever you want to label that God, even the bad is used, okay? And before I pull these cards, actually, I was channeling some things, different messages over the last month and a half or so that I had in notes in my phone, and I was going to kind of, because this is very much all making sense now. So what I have here. The story of Rumpelstiltskin is very important to someone or something. This is collective, like I said. So these are things happening in my own vibration and frequency, but I do feel this needs to go out because this is definitely happening at a collective level. Rumpelstiltskin, I don't know if you know the story. If you don't, look it up. But I will kind of run down some points that I thought were very important. So essentially the story, you know, he tells this girl that he wants her to make this gold out of straw, and it's a very dark fairy tale story for children, but essentially what I got out of this story is there is a lot of dark energy right now out there, and it feels like collectively there's people demanding someone to use your gifts to their benefit. People making trades with others in exchange for magical abilities. There's like a lot of energy of like chosen ones or people who are anointed to channel or to bring a vibration of light being targeted, right? Because we're in a very tumultuous spiritual time. And a lot of spiritual attacks are happening. So there is people, okay, so making trades with people in exchange for magical abilities. Rings are important. Rumpelstiltskin accuses devils or witches of exposing his name, but in reality, he exposes himself. So what this was telling me kind of was the devil will collect payment even if it's not the original source. So when you make a pact with evil, it doesn't matter. They're going to get their payout whether it's what it was intended or not. And if it's, the devil will sell you back for nothing, okay? He will sell you out just like he sold whoever out to get to what he wanted. That's all the agenda is with that kind of energy, with those low vibrational energies and entities. And then sacrificial energy, right? In the story, he sacrifices his firstborn, or the individual sacrifices their firstborn child in order to pay off this debt. So, also important is to name someone or to call someone out by their name. People expose themselves on their own by doing too much. Okay, Judgment Day, I feel, personally, I feel is here. It's coming. It's among us. And people who are doing too much with low vibration, they will expose themselves. Okay. If you're feeling the need to kind of hermit mode or to stay to yourself, if you're feeling like you're cutting off a lot of people, it's because there's a reason. And these people probably have not the best intentions for you, and are not on the same vibration or timeline that you are or you are moving into. I feel that we are ascending very rapidly, and a lot of people will have a choice, and multiple choices to ascend. Like I said, take this as it resonates, and it's not going to be for everyone, and that's fine. A couple other messages were people who throw stones and hide their hands. People who want to eat off your plate but do not do the dishes. There's a need to protect yourself while you sleep. I feel like there is a lot of astral attacks happening right now. Calling upon Archangel Michael before you sleep if you feel called to do so, or any angelic force that you feel very strongly connected to, your ancestors. And in the end, you know, the story of Rumpelstiltskin is he exposes himself, he gives himself away, he actually says his own name out loud, which is very relevant, you know. And in the end, it was his own demise. In two different stories, he was split into two in one of them. In the other, he falls into, well, I mean, the pits of hell, okay, never to be seen again. So, movies also that we're coming across recently of importance, a lot of fairy tale energy. Alice in Wonderland, Frozen, Wizard of Oz, Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty might have messages for individuals. 919 on the timer. A lot of synchronicity syncing up. A lot of things are going to feel really intense, I feel, in the next few coming weeks and months. Oh, I have this too. Creeps who masturbate to you after they try to sabotage you. So that might be relevant for someone. So let's see what is this collective message? And I've already blessed my space. I've already called upon the angels that I work with and anyone that comes into this space with good intentions, just protection upon everyone that is of a light vibration. I did already shuffle these one more time. So what is this collective message about? Spiritual war. Yeah. So there's definitely a spiritual war going on. And a lot of people can feel that. I have pulled out my Bible recently and have called upon Psalms. Goes back to childhood. Yeah, there's a lot of energy here of family members betraying their own. Things about family secrets coming to light. A lot of family secrets are coming out. Faceless trauma. I wrote this down, so I feel like there's been like traumas perhaps for some individuals. And trigger warning, okay, like I said, if you feel like you're mentally needing to talk to someone, that is not my job here. This is entertainment. So I have to say that. But there is an energy here that maybe somebody went through some sort of traumatic experience that has been kind of wiped from their memory. Okay, and these are things that are being unlocked. You're getting messages about these things, downloads, and you're people who have gone through these things are going to know these things I'm getting. Things are being shown and exposed. Family involvement, yeah. So trauma, including family involvement, a lot of secrets coming out. Head over heart. People, these individuals that are trying to cover their tracks, I'm hearing, are using kind of like their head over their heart judgment, logic over what they feel is truly right, okay, over their morals. I'm sorry I let my ego and anger get in the way. This is just a mix of entrapment to make difficult escape, baby, money, blackmail. So maybe, perhaps, like I said, resonate. Take the messages as they resonate. There may be individuals here who have trapped other individuals, and a lot of karmic relationships are coming to a head, to a close, returned to sender. So if you have been calling back your power and these spiritual and psychic attacks, when you feel them, if you're not, call upon your ancestors out loud and tell them to take care of it for you. This is a time for ancestors to really take over and to fight a lot of battles for us, okay? But say out loud, you return it to sender, return it to source, return it to where it belongs. I've been calling upon that to return it to its actual home. And if you know what I mean by that, bringing or welcoming any of that low vibrational entity and energy into this space. So retaliation, someone might be retaliating because you know something or because you are speaking on something. I'm getting that people want to silence people a lot right now, or like spiritual people, they want to keep them quiet. They don't want their secrets to be exposed. Someone's tampering with someone's mail, perhaps. Like I said, only if it resonates. There is mail tampering going on. Try not to cover stuff. Look at your bank statements. There's perhaps some sort of information or something that will stick out to you. Someone, that message is for someone. Illuminati, Masonic ties. There may be a secret society connected to all of this. Involving younger people. There may be people who are in your family maybe manipulating children. This can be as extreme or as non-extreme as it is relevant to you. But it does feel like there is energy of families even trying to use scapegoats. Okay, I'm hearing scapegoats especially, which is a lot of the time started when you are a young child, or involvement with younger people, even in the secret society, okay? If that's relevant to your story. Offering. Okay, so someone I feel like made an offering. There's dark magic, dark occult things going on. Sacrificial energy of offerings. But Spirit and God Source, okay, is also saying to set your intentions and set an offering for your guides, for your ancestors, for whoever you work with. Okay, there's a need to protect. Driving by your house or work. Someone misses you so much, but they're still soul searching. This energy also, I must say, might be relevant to like twin flames or karmic, energy. Just only take that as it resonates. Secret society or gang involvement, again, that's coming out. can't energetically reach you anymore. So these people who have been trying to send these attacks, they're getting frustrated. They cannot reach you, and they're getting their karma from it. I'm getting when they try to send this, it's coming back on them tenfold. There's people who've been trying to tamper perhaps with your own money, your finances, your life in general, and I feel like this goes back to childhood. Okay, and these are a lot of people who are like anointed, or they are wanting or going to speak out. Okay, the devil will attack you when you have a purpose, and your purpose is to expose and to bring light. These times are going to get more intense. Criminal justice or governmental involvement. Someone might be like working in this, and they might actually be connected to the criminal justice system, or like kind of like involved. There may be criminal justice involvement in this. Twin flames, what did I say? So this is relevant to the twin flame journey for some. For others, it may not be. Exchanging energy with sex magic. Yeah, someone is using sexual energy to control, manipulate, to manifest, but not in a good way, okay? Because sexual energy can be used in a very positive way, but it's when we use it for control, greed, and to get our own benefit that it's not really used correctly. Okay, Capricorn really wants to come out. Capricorn might be involved, or it might be related to your finances. Gemini, okay, a Gemini might be involved, or it could be related to communication. Twin flame journey, I'm getting. June might have been a relevant month. Do not live in fear. Okay, Spirit is saying to you, do not live in fear. Like I said, these people can't reach you energetically. These are a lot of energy vampires. You might know who these people are in your life, right? Someone plans to communicate with you. What is this person going to communicate about? Narcissist. Okay, someone might try to communicate with you about how they have been narcissistic, or they know individuals who are being narcissistic. Take it as it resonates. And they might give you information about somebody who's been copying you in some way, your work, your style, your wants, your gifts. And they might also tell you that they've accepted this is not in their head. Someone might be waking up to this. There's been a lot of energy of people copying spiritual workers, and they are being exposed as well. A lot of fake AI things happening. People trying to cover themselves, their tracks, but it's not going to work, okay? Things are not set in stone. You're going to have a choice. Someone's insecure about their finances. Grace to choose your own path. Right. Okay, so you have the grace to choose here. You will be given a choice, okay? So there's a need to ground yourself, meditate, protected by Archangel Michael. Okay, I call upon Archangel Michael very frequently. When you hear sirens, that is Archangel Michael, okay? And also just call upon him and his sword and shield for protection. He will fight battles for you very willingly, okay? Fake emergency. There may be a fake emergency, or someone says there's going to be, you know, maybe something that comes up like, oh, this is an emergency, and it's actually a setup of some sort, or something to kind of keep you in a state of anxiety or worry. Gaslighting. Someone's been gaslighting too many people. A lot of people are being used in this, and mind control. We also have sexual exploitation. All right, so I'm gonna use a few decks to what does the collective need to know about this situation with this energy? Waiting. Okay, we have waiting, and we have feelings in reverse. Someone is denying their feelings here. Someone's waiting for someone else to make a move or to do something next. It feels like there's like a tandem back and forth energy here. Someone is also surrendering to all of this. I feel like, okay, so this being end times energy, a lot of people will be given a lot of choices. It almost feels like some, you know, will surrender to all this, and then some will die to the cause of being able. And that's kind of just point blank how it is. how it's going to be, how it's playing out. I'm seeing this as well. Calm amid chaos. You have sea storm. There's a calm before the storm. Signs are with you already. Snow angel. There may be relevance to the winter. Definitely relevance to the winter. There is also relevance to the weather. Okay. Drastic weather changes, shifts in the weather. These are signs, and if you read Revelations, these things are in there. Sea storm. There's also somebody who's been trying to work with someone's energy or tamper with someone's business or energy, or to cast illusions, spell work in general with water magic. There may be someone as well that is involved in this that is a water sign. Only if it, fits. What will be the outcome of this? What is coming next? What the collective need to know? I'm being told not to ask that. Okay. What are these people's motives? You have egg, ice in reverse. I'm gonna take that as reverse, and trickster. So let me get this book out because this is a fairly new deck. I really like this deck, by the way. I'm gonna get the box. It's all the way down here. This is a really interesting. I like it a lot. If you like scary movies, horror films, I impulsively got this and these blank cards, and now I realize, everything is divinely guided in what we do. This is a really good deck for, I guess, just exposing people's intentions. We have egg. So, oh God, it's moving right towards you. Upright, take care when peering into the unknown. It's not always clear that we're only at the beginning of a situation. The stranger the circumstance, the less able we are to predict the way it can evolve over time, with potentially shocking results. Gut-wrenching decisions may be forced upon us when we have limited means with which to respond. But any new encounter, no matter how awful, can prove to be a crucible that helps us recognize our inner strength. And I was picking this up too with the Rumpelstiltskin. So he kind of forces her and takes her and demands her to use her gifts to their benefit. Watch out for people trying to demand that you do something or go somewhere, or you're people with very pushy energy. Okay. Like I said, people are trying to cover things up, so it might not be well intended. Just use your discernment, okay? Use your own intuition. Just know that not everyone has the best motives, and things are coming out for what they are. Ice in reverse. Okay, who can you really trust? Keep cool and stay solo. What did I say? So people who are feeling these attacks, very important to ground, cleanse your energy continuously. Call upon protection, call upon that energy to surround you, to lift your vibration. Listen to meditations, light codes, whatever you resonate with, and to kind of stay to yourself, okay? That hermit mode is very important to us staying safe right now. But don't just sit there. Unless you feel called to, because there's a time and place for everything, but make sure you're doing what you feel guided to and take care of yourself, okay? There's a need for us, for the collective, to really sleep, rest, eat well, drink water, ground, meditate, spiritually cleansing right now. So a difficult or unforgiving environment can play a major role in our health and sense of well-being. It can limit and control our behavior as well as the actions of those around us. Harsh circumstances can allow bad energies to mutate and thrive in the extreme. Only by identifying a problem can we have any chance of dealing with it, or at least keeping it from spreading. So, like I said, reversed, who can you trust? A lot of people are realizing that they don't have a lot of people they can trust, and it's limiting their, controlling their behavior. A lot of people are realizing that their behaviors have been kind of controlled by those with bad intentions for them. And people in really harsh circumstances, under a lot of pressure, can really act out in a way that would not be true to their authentic self. That it really mutates their energy to the extreme. Because when you feel triggered, right, a lot of people, they act out of that trigger, but it's Spiritually ascending is realizing those triggers and knowing how to navigate them in a healthy way, which is hard, but takes, you know, every day doing this spiritual work and practices. You need to. Okay, so we have trickster. I'm everything you were afraid of. Be mindful of manipulation as you proceed. Appearances can be deceiving and playful seeming mischief, especially if coded as harmless, can be fueled by subterranean animus. No one is ever just kidding. Bright, distracting balloons can hide a toothy maw, a figure as old as time. The trickster will use our own thoughts and fears against us if they can. Yes, so these energies, these entities that are attached to people we love, right? People who we thought had our best interest, they know your weaknesses, okay? They know your weaknesses, and they will use them to their advantage. If someone comes to you kind of like kind of playing light of something that's very actually quite extreme, like, oh, just kidding, it was just a joke, oh, you know, you're overreacting, a lot of gaslighting, be aware. It's manipulation. Be mindful of this manipulation. Things are exactly how they appear. I mean, if you really look, people show you who they are, they tell you who they are, you have to listen. And tricksters will use their own thoughts and fears against us, like our own thoughts and fears. Of course. I mean, what does the devil do? He knows all your weaknesses and he will use them to your advantage, right? Like when someone gets clean or they get sober, what pops up? Oh, someone you want to use, you know, or whatever example that is for you. Just anything, right? If we're tempted by something and we rid ourselves of that, whether it's sex or caffeine or drug use or people pleasing, even, you know, anything to an extreme that's hurting us, once we get rid of that toxic behavior, you bet there will be tests to see, are we really in that energy? Have we really given that up, or is it just a facade? And how strong are your, and God, source, whatever you want to call God to yourself, okay, uses that. I mean, he uses the devil for our good. It's all used for our good. Even people who are out there doing wild things they don't realize that it's all going to be used for good. What do I need to know about this? Needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Chair empty, someone is leaving your life. So if you've had energy, someone who's draining your energy, that you really have been trying to get rid of their energy and it's been unsuccessful, their energy is, and it's a sincere wish, like, please just let me let go of this energy. Please get this person's energy away from me. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to think about it. It's a sincere wish, and it is, this person's energy will be leaving your energetic field or your life physically. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. What do you need to know about this? Dragon, be aware of self-delusions, protection from a powerful friend. There is, like I said, there's energy of individuals stealing a lot of like spiritual business ideas, informations, trying to tamper with technology even and make it look a certain way. You're protected from someone. A powerful friend is actually going to come protect you in some way. There may be a business or birth that is birthed from this. Take it as it resonates. Seek out information that will help you. Like I said, look into those things. Look into anything you feel guided to. Broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted. Pleasure with a close friend. So perhaps you've been like thinking about having a special moment or a pleasurable experience with a friend, a family member. It doesn't have to be sexual, just something you've been hoping. This might not come to be because of certain things. You might have to seek out information first and come to this person in a different way, or your wish will not be granted. August may have been of importance, some way, shape, or form. You're on the road to success. It's at the bottom of this. Let's pull from a couple more. Please don't lose hope. Someone wants you to lose hope though. Okay, someone wants you to give up. Someone wants you to quit. Speaking, doing things, living. I feel like people are, it's very evil people, okay? And there's a lot of negative people trying to just throw a lot of hate towards others, okay? And a lot of like spiritual evil eye. And this can be actual spell work or just being jealous, okay? Evil eye is strong. If someone wants you to lose hope, the spirit is saying, don't lose hope. Autumn is my last chance. This isn't your last chance, okay? That's what evil, you know, that dark energy wants you to think is this is it. This is the last. No, this is just the beginning of things, I feel. Fairy of the green world, the natural world needs you. Yeah, don't give up. Don't do anything reckless. You are needed here. You're needed in general. The Fae are with you, okay? Possibly working, maybe you work with the Fae. A lot of greens and blues. There's a need to protect your heart space and your third eye or crown. Working with herbs may be important, or someone needs to work with herbs. 44, maybe significant. The number 6. We have 11, sweet memories. Someone is trying to block a miracle for coming in for you, a manifestation, something that you have sweet memories of, or that you feel. So my video kept cutting off in the middle of that, so I'm going to leave it at that because that's where I feel it needs to be left. But if you made it that far, thank you. And like I said, just keep, you know, grounding and centering and feeling called to whatever you need to do for yourself. Take care of yourself right now, okay? And don't live in fear. Try not to live in fear. Call upon that guidance and that divine protection. All right, bye.